children? Pretty good. Well, Ethel, who's next, please?
Hello.
Well,
Hello.
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 It's a pleasure to meet you, Gustavo.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Please introduce you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gustavo. I'm 29 years old. I'm living in Estado de Mexico. I'm physician. I work at Cruz Roja. So right now, actually, I'm in laboral hours. I mean, is that correct?
Yeah, labor hours.
Labor hours. Okay. So actually, I'm studying at Sepa English for increase my English abilities. So it help in all of the careers. It's important, even if you want to work at an office or if you want to make a how do you say, a master. I mean, that is a career that actually I'm studying. So that's it. I don't know.
All right, thank you very much, Gustavo. All right, please, Gustavo, tell me who's next.
I choose Maria Piceno. Piceno.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes, I am. Well, okay, hello, good evening. I am Maria Piceno. I work for Sept in the morning. I work at preschool. And in the afternoon, I work for Bachilleres 11. Well, many people ask me if it is not a big difference between teaching both kind of students, in the morning children and in the afternoon youngsters. But what I say is that it's exactly the same. I mean, they are kind of the same people. The only thing is that, I mean, the only difference is that the children move a lot and they need a lot of movement. They need to sing, they need to repeat a lot of things. And with youngsters, it's different because they don't want to move anymore. They just want to spend the time sitting on the chair, talking with their partners, or maybe trying to use the cell phone. And well, that's what I do. That's what I do during the week. And I'm here in Sepa English because I want to present the CENI. I have already one, but it is it has already. I mean, it finishes in March 1917. I mean 2017. So that's why I'm here. And
Oh,
nice to
yeah.
meet you all.
It has already prescripted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the word, prescripted. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Maria, who's next?
Let me see. Angelica is here, or I mean,
Yes, but she has already spoken.
okay. So what about Samuel?
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Well, I am Samuel Alderete Rayon. I am a software developer. I am studying the career software development. And also I love to hear music. I think that the music is the best. And I like to hear metal. I love the metal, thrash metal, and other genres. And also I play the guitar. I love the music, and also I love the computers. I love Linux and other operating systems. And that's all.
That's nice, so interesting. Thank you, Samuel. So who's next?
Well, I think that it's complete, right?
Well, yes, we have in here EN. I don't know, EN,
Oh,
what's
yes.
your...
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Hello, well, my name is Emiliano. I studied psychology at UNAM, and currently I work at consulting company. And I'm in Sept English because I want to improve my English abilities.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Emiliano. Emiliano, would you please remind me your last name?
Navarro.
Thank you very much. All right. You know what? Today we are going to talk about something so interesting and so nice. Something that maybe in a time we have already done, but I guess the time ago we haven't coped with. So we are going to talk about job interviews. But I don't know what's the focus or what's the aspect that you want to talk about, how to do a job interview, or would you like to ask how an interview could be working with this, how a job interview could have been run? So opinions.
Well, I want to know how to make a job interview because I don't know how to do it.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so you know what, it is something so interesting because we have to pay attention to different aspects. Here we are. Well, first of all, we know that in a job interview, we are asked many different things about our personal life, our qualifications, many aspects that the employer considers important for our labor development. But many people tend to be nervous, so nervous whenever they are under a job interview because we don't know what the interviewer is going to pay attention to. Here we have some top 10 interviewing tips. Angelica, could you help me please reading number 1?
Of course, research the opportunity before your visit.
All right, thank you. What do they mean? What do you think they mean?
Research opportunity before your visit. Oh my God, I'm not sure. Does it mean that you have to know about the place you're visiting? I mean, the company or something like that? To know in advance
Yes,
what
that's
they
it.
do or what is the, I mean, the vacancy for the vacancy?
Vacancy. Yeah,
Vacancy
that's it.
for?
Vacancy, it's okay.
Okay. Yes, just to know more about the company, then in this way, you can talk about it. And if they ask you something about their company, you can say something about instead of, oh, I mean, you can even show interest about working there.
Yeah, that's it. So, anybody else's opinion?
Me, Isaac.
All right, Isaac, I listen to you.
Well, research the opportunity before you visit. I think I consider that we have to investigate something about the job I am going to take, and I have to investigate how it is, where it is ubicated, the place, and what I have to do before going to be interviewed by in the job. First of all, I have to think what am I going to say, but the situation is not so easy as it seems. It's really complicated because everybody gets nervous. In my case, now I am nervous. But we know how to speak English very well, but when we are in front of a person, we get nervous. So we have to investigate what I'm going to say, what do you want, what are my goals in the company, what do they expect about me? I don't know, there are many things.
All right, thank you very much. It was brilliant. Well, let me tell you something. It attracted my attention what you said about that you are nervous. And well, let me share something with you all. Time ago, well, not so long time ago, in 2015, in October, I was sent to the University of Southern Indiana for a scholarship. I was studying there for 1 month, and it was paid by Mexican's government. I was in the program Proyecta 100,000, and it was a very nice opportunity for meeting people and for knowing more about American culture. But you know what? I was there because of my qualifications. And when I was there, I discovered that when I was at class, I lost fluency. I was extremely nervous. I don't know how it came, but I lost fluency. I lost all my confidence. And it was so strange because whenever I was talking to the provost, whenever I was talking also with the directors, the principals, the teachers even, I was perfectly fluent and I didn't have any problem. But whenever I was at class with my teachers in front of my classmates, it was completely different. And how come? My goodness, what's happening to me? And what I realized is that when you know that you are talking to anyone else who really knows how to do something, you're nervous because you feel that you are being evaluated. And obviously, don't want to commit any mistake.
Exactly.
So that's the point when we are losing fluency. But you know what? That's what I thought. I said, my students feel like I do now. So I guess that whenever we are in a conversation class, for example, first of all, well, we are not working with grammar. We are not working now with anything else more than fluency, confident, and obviously, if we detect a very big mistake, we could mark it. But if it is not necessary, if I am marking you mistake by mistake, then you are going to feel that you have to be careful about what you are saying, and that's the point of losing fluency. So that's something that I wouldn't like to do. So feel free. We are just talking with friends. The only one thing that we need in here is a delicious cup of coffee.
Yes.
We are. Don't worry, don't feel nervous. This is a practice. The principal objective, the main objective for this is that you feel comfortable and that you practice as much as you can.
Exactly. Yes, you're
Right.
right.
Okay. Well,
It is good to know. See, yes, it is good to know that because it gives us more confidence.
and you know
Thank you.
what? Oh, my pleasure. And you know what? Maybe you are thinking about, hey, my participation is going to give me bad score or good score. But no, that's with the platform. In here, don't worry about anything. All right. So yes, you're right. Research the opportunity before you visit. We have to be aware of what we are looking for in the company, what kind of company we are pretending to work with uh, before previously to know, previously to visit it. All right. Thank you very much. Angelica, who's next
Yes.
to listen to read number two?
Ethel?
All right, thank you. Number two, Ethel, please.
Okay. Well, 2. Prepare list of questions you want to ask.
That's it. Excellent. What do you think about this question? Well, this point.
Well, my imagination intuits to me is prepared. I ask at the interview the person of la que me va a entrevistar and then,
yeah, who is going to interview me?
Okay. Who is the interviewing me? I ask what kind of company is that? Is big, is small, are international, national? And I ask, what aquí son prestaciones, no sé si en otro lado sean iguales.
Yeah, the benefits?
Okay.
The
What
benefits.
the benefits they give it to me, no? What is the schedule? And what kind the place I work, because in something companies the words in the interview is in one place and the job is in another place.
Yes. Overall, whenever we are working with, what's this kind of hiring? I don't remember the name of this.
Outsourcing?
Outsourcing. Excellent. Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh. Yes, outsourcing. And that's all. That's my question or the interview.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ethel. So, hey guys, do any one of you consider that it could be another very important question that we should do when interviewing?
Well, I can say something. I'm Samuel.
All right, Samuel, we listen to you.
I remember when I did my first job interview. It wasn't in English, but it was an job interview, and I remember that I asked to my boss what were going to be my activity in the enterprise, because in that moment I didn't know what kind of activities I must cover in the company.
That's it. Yes, you're right. And you know what? I think also that it would be interesting to ask if I have any health special condition that could be paid attention to. For example, maybe I suffer from asthma or any sickness like that. I should ask if the place we are going to work is so dusty, or if we needed any, I don't know, for example, a quiet place, and where I am going to work is so noisy. I guess that it should be sensible to work about it, no, to ask about it. All right, thank you very much. So Ethel, who's next, please? Let's read number 3.
Okay. Well, Gustavo, please.
Q?
Yes.
The number 3.
Number
please.
3,
Yes.
dress professionally and be neat and well groomed. So actually, I don't want to look for the meaning of neat and well groomed. I don't know what it means.
Well, that we have to be formal. The dress code that we should wear should be formal because, well, sometimes we feel like a fresh look could be welcome, but not all of the time. So, well, I guess that here they are mentioning this because it is important. The first impression should be
Okay.
like we are responsible and serious people. Well, that's my appreciation. But I don't know anyone else's opinion.
Okay. Well, overall, the first impression is the most important. Most people say it. So if we are working at the uh, office, we must go well dressed. We have to have a note, uh, maybe a clean shoes. Overall, the is that the interviewer are watching, are appreciating the the clothes that we are not for a superficial. It's for a I don't know what to say. Mm, it's a formal manner. Yeah.
That's it. All right. Hey, I have a question about this. I would like to talk about my case. I ride my bicycle everywhere I go because, I want to be green and I want to be fit. So when I go to any job interview, maybe, of course, I'm riding my bicycle. Maybe my hair is not so ordered, so well groomed as it should be. But I think I consider that it should be sensible. The person who interviewed me should pay attention to the, well, I am exercising. Sometimes I sweat. So I don't know if you were going to interview me and you saw me in this condition, what would you say? What's your opinion?
Uh, mm, Maybe that it's that I'm a person who uh, don't pay attention at uh, own self. So the interview could say, this person can't be responsible or professional uh, at their at her job or his job. No.
All right. And would it be a positive, your response to my look, or maybe you would say, "Oh no, oh my, what kind of look is this?"
Of course, no. It's a disaster, maybe.
All right. Well, anyone else's opinion?
Well,
Well,
I think as a part of the interview report, um, where I could ask about how you came to the interview. You take a subway, you take the public transportation or something, and well, this part of the introduction to the interview.
All right, but would it be good for me? Would it be a good point to be riding my bicycle even though I am
I
not?
think it depends. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yeah. I think it depends of the job you're looking for. For example, in the school I work in, uh, many teachers who live around, they get to school every day riding their bike. And it's kind of common because of the area where the school is. It's kind of common that many people do that. Then in that case, if you're a teacher and you are working the school with children, it's even a good example for them what you're doing, because you are looking for the environment, and it's just kind of fun at the same time. It's a good habit. Why not? I mean, even and working with children, sooner or later you are gonna have a disaster in your hair, then it doesn't matter really. It is more important what you know, the experience you have. But probably for a person who works in a bank, let's say, it would be important Then
Yeah,
that's
you're,
why I really don't know. Maybe for customer service or in a really big company, if you have to work with people really, really close or with clients, that could be different.
yeah, you're right. It depends on the job profile. That's pretty good. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so please tell us who's next.
I want Angelica.
Um, uh, I passed already.
Oh yeah,
Are you sure?
Cynthia.
Uh-huh.
Cynthia.
All right. Well, you know what? Cynthia is having some problems with her microphone and the
Okay,
audio.
that's right. So uh, EM. I forgot.
Emiliano?
I forgot.
Yes.
Emiliano.
Number 4, arrive a few minutes early.
All right, thank you very much. So, do you consider that it is so necessary to be earlier?
Yes, I think it's very important because well, it's the first interview and you need to be prepared for everything. Uh, Maybe an accident in the transit to the company or something. And maybe as a part of respect to the time of the other person.
All right, thank you very much. It was a very good point. Yes, to show respect. Pretty good. All right, Emiliano, who's next?
Now let me see. Mm, Maria Piceno.
Thank you.
Well, okay, number 5 says take a few copies of your CV, a notepad, and pen.
All right. Thank you very much. But I don't know. Do you consider that it is necessary? Nowadays we have technology, so it could be in my email, my email account.
Yes, you're right. Maybe a long time ago you had to take a lot of photocopies and a lot of documents to give to the person who supposed to interview, but to make the interview. But nowadays, as you said, we have technology. So I think you already sent your information before you are personally taking the interview. No, that's what I think. Maybe what is important is to have a notepad and a pen because sometimes you need to write something or you need well, maybe you want to write something important or the most important topics about the job, but I think the CV is already obsolete. Could I say that?
All right. Okay. I guess you're right. Anybody else's opinion?
Yes, teacher Ethel.
All right.
I think the take a few copies and notepad and pen is depending the profile the company because something companies must be need the CV or um, la solicitud de empleo.
Yeah, the applying, the position applying format.
Okay, that's the point.
Yeah, that's it. But yes, you know what? You said something so interesting because you talk about some companies. If it happens that I am asking the position in a company that is top of the age and they had the revolutionary technology, I guess that it wouldn't be a problem if I don't have my CV in physical, in paper, printed. But what would it happen if I am asking the position maybe in a school with in a public school which has not a lot of resources, and suddenly they say, you know what, that's great, I or CV, but please, could you show it to me? Could you give me a copy of that? And then you begin to run and try to go to the internet cafe So would it be a good point?
Yes, it could be.
Yeah, well, I guess that, yes.
I,
All right.
s- I
Yes,
say maybe.
hey, that's it. Yeah, you know it. It is an opinion. Okay, so who's next, please? Who is going to read number 6?
I suppose Gustavo?
All right, thank you.
I already told, but I
I'm
mean, if
sorry.
I can read again.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Number 6, maintain a contact and show interest in everyone involved in the interview. So I think that the own own self security, the self confidence, it's important. If the interviewer can see that you are a person who he can trust, you have more opportunity to be contract. Uh, so some studies says that if you are a person who can maintain an eye contact, you are a honest person. So I think that it's a good tip.
Oh, yes, thank you. But I don't know about you, but it happened to me a long time ago. It was twice for sure that I went to a job interview, and guess what? There was not a person who was going to interview me. They were the academy, and so I was extremely nervous because to speak to a person is one thing, but whenever you speak in front of the academy, are supposed to, well, I didn't expect that situation. So I was extremely nervous because there were 6 or 7 teachers asking me questions, looking, well, observing me. And so it was really stressing for me. So in this case, for example, what would it happen if I talk to only one person who is asking me the more questions and I don't pay attention to the others?
It
What?
can happen that they interpret it like the respect, maybe that it, you can be mm, a person who can't do the job, who can't control the stress, and maybe or
Yeah, that's it. You know what? Yes, they interpret like you can't cope with situations that are pressure. Whenever you are under pressure, you don't react as you should. So,
Yes. I
all right.
think, teacher,
Yes, we
I
listen to you.
Atel, see, I think the security of the person when in the
Interact.
interact with other persons, the security is the most important, because they see and I and they see me, and the pressure is strong, but I take my my mind in the object to say in the discourse, and I flow.
All right. Yes.
uh,
Thank you.
a question. Uh, excuse me.
Yes.
Can we use the word security or confidence? I
I consider, yes, Gustavo, I'm sorry. Yes, I consider that it is more appropriate to use confidence because whenever we talk about security, we are talking about not to be under risk.
Okay.
All
oh,
right. Thank you.
that was yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, it's to be confident, but to pay attention to everyone. All right. Who's going to read number 7?
Me.
Samuel.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. 7. Never discuss money in the first interview.
Mhm.
Why not?
Well, I think that it isn't a good idea because you are in the first interview and the interviewer must see in you other qualities and know this. Just imagine if I if you arrive in the office and and the first thing that you do is asking to the interviewer about money, I think that it is bad, and maybe the probability of that you get the job is very
Ambitious, no?
little.
Yeah, so limited. You know what? From my point of view, interviewers want not only a person who wants to earn money, but a company needs a person who wants to integrate to the activities of the company and to also grow up, to help the company grow up and to learn, to
Mhm.
to have any other kind of participation. And so, yes, you're right. Whenever a person starts by talking about money, it is because it is his or her main interest. So it's a
Mhm.
very good point. All right. Thank you very much, Samuel.
I think that you must create before and create trust between the interviewer and you.
That's it. Yes, you're right. Okay. So what about next one? Carolina, welcome. How are you?
Welcome, teacher. Good. The weather is raining cats and dogs, so
I'm
that's the
surprised.
reason I was late.
Don't worry, it's okay. I understand it. Welcome. All right. So, you know what? We are talking about the top 10 interviewing tips, and it is being so interesting. So, Carolina, would you like to help us reading number 8?
Okay. The question number 8.
Well, yes, the point number 8.
Not one alcohol.
Okay. Do not have. Oh, wait. I don't see it really good. Do not have more than one alcoholic drink at any meal or event with a potential employer.
Why not? It is nice to have a drink and to share with people, no? And why not to have a party there?
No.
Because it's employee issue, and you, well, if you are in an interview, you have I don't know how to say, an
Bad
image,
impression.
impression that you have
Mm-hmm.
to keep in the company. But if you are already working for the company, you are in the name of the company, so everything you do is represent the company. So you need to be very careful because the alcohol make some people do or say things they don't supposed to say in that moment, and make some comment that they're not supposed to do.
That's it. Thank you very much. All right. Anyone else's opinion?
Me, Isaac.
All right, Isaac.
It's very important not to have any alcoholic invitation with potential employer uh, because the image for oneself is very important, and obviously we are going to say many things without saying any words with alcohol. it's very important not to have any drink with a potential employer.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? I totally agree with you. In another class, one of the students told me also, if, for example, whenever you are a woman, it can be a very sensible situation, a very sensitive, a very sensitive situation, because the employer can have a bad opinion about yourself, about you. Very dangerous, very risky sometimes to to have another impression. So it is very sensitive. All right, thank you very much. Okay, who's going to read number 9? And participated. I don't know, maybe.
Can I read the number 9?
Oh yes, of course. Welcome, Samuel.
Well, 9. Show equal respect to all you meet. I think that it is a very important point because the other people, the interviewer and other people in the enterprise must see the respect between you and they. And this is very important because if you don't respect the other people, you can make that the other persons have a bad opinion about you.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. And what would it happen, for example, if the person in charge of the cleaning up is passing by, maybe they are cleaning, and I don't show respect for that?
Well, I think that maybe the person, sorry, how can I say the intendente?
The
¿Estabas hablando de
janitor.
intendencia?
Yeah, the janitor.
Okay. I think that maybe the janitor the janitor maybe don't get angry, but I think that other people that is seeing you maybe could get a bad opinion about you.
Bad impression.
Okay, bad impression about you.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Any others? Anybody else's opinion? Come on, people. Don't be shy.
Okay, I think that showing equal respect can be the difference to get a job, because if a interviewer can watch that you maintain a certain profile, he can think that you can work in group, that you can collaborate with your workmates, that you can promote a working environment. I think so.
That's it. You're right. Whenever we show respect for everyone, we are showing working teams. And nowadays, working teams, it's a new concept about working in a company or even in an institution. It is so very important to show that we are able to share with everyone and to work in harmony. All right, thank you very much. Now, let's go finally to 10. What do you think about it?
I read.
Yes, yes.
Follow up with a thank you note to each For many people, it's important to see to meet grateful people. A person who can thank shows that you have mm, good qualities, because not only the knowledge it's important for a job, the emotions even it's important for a job. If you can if you show I don't know how to say humildad.
Humble, to be humble.
Oh yes, if you show humble, the interviewer maybe can trust you. It's a little point that increase your chance of getting the job.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, that's it. Now let's go to the next slide. Here we are.
Yeah,
This,
I have a question about the note is literally or in other.
in other sense,
Uh-huh.
is that yes, they were talking literally about paper notes. I don't consider that it would be necessary to give paper notes thinking to all of the integrators of the meeting, but maybe to establish contact, maybe to shake hands whenever you say goodbye, could be much better.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks to you. All right, look at this. These are verbal mistakes made of interviews. 67% fail to make contact. Why? Why do you think it happens?
Because we felt anxious.
That's it. We are nervous. So that's why we don't want to be observed and we don't want to attract the other person's attention, right? What about the next 47% have little knowledge of the company. And so what does it show?
That you don't know what is the merchandise that is going to do the company that is going to employ you.
Yeah, and what it shows is that I don't care what kind of job I'm going to do. I just need a job.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
showing.
and then and that kind of employee, they know they is going to stay 1 2 years at least, and is going to left.
Yeah, that's it. So they don't. We show that what we really need, is to have a job, but we don't. We are not interested in learning more and to or having permanence in a job. Okay, so don't smile. 38% don't smile. Why?
I think it's
Maybe
because, sorry, I think it's because of the same reason, no? You are still nervous, of the same reason of that you don't make eye contact,
All
because
right.
you feel
Yes.
nervous, so, or maybe it could happen the contrary, no? You smile a lot, you keep on talking and smiling and laughing, and that also is a sign of you are nervous.
That's it. A nervous smile or maybe a nervous laugh.
Yes.
Mhm.
or some people thinks that the interviewer can take you not as a serious person, no,
That's it.
if you
Yes.
smile.
All right. Excellent. Thank you very much. Look at this. 33% have bad posture. Why?
I think that in general we tend to have a bad posture, but when we are in an interview we get nervous, so we forgot about the posture. So I think that is some is a reason.
That's it. And you know what? That posture that in the image to be folding arms is not very proper because, well, it is interpreted like we are avoiding collaborate, that we are uh, fusing any order, or we are at defense. So it is not good to be folding arms.
Yes.
Mhm.
And what about fidget too much? 33% fidget too much. They
Fidget.
blink their eyes.
What it, what it means?
It to fidget means that we are blinking our eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's the same. I think it's
yes,
the same. In my opinion, it's the same. You are nervous, no? So you look for something that you can a movement that you can do because you feel nervous. So you have to get out that nervous. No, I mean it's exactly the same. No, it's the same reason, I guess.
that's it, Maria. Yes, you're right. But
I
you
think
know
the
what?
interviewer, I'm sorry. I think the interviewer can think that you are even lying or not
Yes,
saying the truth, not being
yes,
honest.
yes, that's it. That's the nonverbal communication. All right, so look at this. Statistics show that first impressions are determined by 55% dress, act, and walk through the door. So 38% are determined by the quality of your voice, grammar, and confidence, and 7% by the words you choose to say. So this, it says that the most important is how we look and how we act, not what we say. Surprising for me.
Mhm.
All right. So I don't know. What do you think about it? Did you like the chat? Did you like the well, the talk we had?
Yes, it's very interesting.
Yes,
So it may be useful.
yes, it was
Oh,
very,
definitely.
All right.
yes,
Grateful.
it is very interesting. It's
All
very
right.
interesting. We have learned a lot of things. It's very, very interesting.
All
There
right.
are many things that we didn't know. For the way how we walk, how to speak, how there are many things that we didn't know. It was very interesting, this class, teacher.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I thank you very much for your attendance, for your attention.
Uh-huh.
Your participation was wonderful.
Yes, teacher.
I hope to
Yes,
see
teacher.
you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You know, this class was scheduled on Sunday because of celebrations, September
Uh-huh.
celebrations. But next week we are going to be speaking on Saturday,
On
Saturday
Saturday.
evening.
Okay.
The same hour,
Always.
no?
Always the Saturdays.
Yes, that's it. Well, thank you very much. Have a very good night, everyone.
Thank
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 you,
you,
you.
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you,
Likewise.
teacher.
Have a
Teacher,
good
Just to
night.
teacher,
confirm, is next
teacher.
Saturday 8 to 9 or 9 to 10?
8 to 9.
8 to 9. Okay.
Okay.
8
One
to 9.
question, sorry, I already joined the this conversation class on Wednesday. Do I have to be always on Wednesday, or can I attend the Saturdays?
Oh, it's okay. You know what? I suggested this option of Saturdays because there are people who can't be on Wednesday, or it is so difficult, or maybe it's more comfortable to be working on Saturday. However you may like. For me, there's not a problem.
One or the other. Okay, thank you.
Teacher,
Okay.
a question. Teacher Maggie, a question. It
Yes,
is going to be, it is going to be on this one.
yes.
Uh-huh. Not in this platform. It is going to be in the other one, or in
Eh,
the same,
yeah, it is
or in Zoom again.
in Zoom again. All our conversation classes are going to be by this
Ah,
classroom in Zoom. Do you remember
okay.
back that time ago we used to be working with Adobe Connect?
Uh-huh,
Yes.
yes, I remember.
Yeah.
We don't use it
Uh-huh.
anymore. Yeah, we don't use it anymore. Nowadays, we work with,
Okay.
and it's more comfortable.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so yes, we are going to be working by Zoom.
And the teacher and the platform, when is going to be ready?
You know what? Here we are having some situations. We are having adjusts, and that's why you are not working with the platform. It is not available. It is going to be unavailable one more week.
1 more week. Okay.
So don't worry. We are going to catch up. And in this next week, we are going to send our speaking project. I'm going to send you specifications about your speaking project.
Excellent.
Yes,
But
okay.
teacher,
Yes.
One question about the writing project.
Yes.
You send us the Monday, I think. It's only the writing is I think I don't remember how much words it was. But you don't need any presentation or some format like app or something like that?
No, don't worry. It's just an essay, minimum 180 words. It is something so brief, 3 paragraphs about the topic you choose.
Okay, that was the question. Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Teacher, I have a question, sorry.
Yes, Samuel.
I didn't understand. Can I take the Wednesday class?
Yes. And
Okay.
look at this. You can work on Wednesday or on Saturday, or even if you want to take both classes, for me, there's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks to you.
Have a good night.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Likewise, have a very good night, you all.
See you next
Yes.
class.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.